Welcome to the Creators Essential course. This is a course I made specifically for any creator who's looking to get the main foundations of content creation down. So this is going to be just a quick intro. If you do want video modules and if you want more of them, they are going to be here in the school community. Once you click this school community here, it will open up. It will lead you to the Visionary Circle, the main about page where we tell you what we do. Feel free to join. It's $14 a month, but it's an investment at the end of the day. In this community, we have a variety of creators, business owners wanting to grow on social media. So join. I know you're going to have a blast. But anyways, back to the Creators Essential course. I know you're in this mostly for the modules. If you're watching this, you're probably in the school community. So thank you for being in the community. Let's jump right into module 1. I do want to touch, this course is designed for all types of content creators, both new ones and also experienced content creators, mostly to explore and overcome any potential constraints that they might have missed in their lack of foundation. At the end of the day, we're all human. We sometimes forget the main foundations if we do need to repeat them. So module 1, this is where I discuss camera equipment. So for starters, an iPhone will be just fine, especially the new iPhone 15, which I have right here. It's great. It's super good for beginners. It is pricey. You're talking about over $1,200, $300, and $1,300 plus tax. And so the thing is, if you are buying this, you can buy it from Verizon in payment. I purchased it cashed out. I'm just not a guy that does payments, but that's just me. Anyways, that aside, the iPhone is great for camera and picture quality. It's extremely easy for you to carry around, take shots everywhere where you're at. And for example, if you do use a camera, it's going to be much harder for you to, more friction, so to say, much harder for you to actually get the tripod, get the SD card, and just more equipment. So that being said, I do recommend an iPhone. And the camera that I use that I'm shooting on right now is a ZV-E10 as well as a Sony A7C. But the main secret sauce of why I might look so crispy right now, it's the lens. I actually recommend a solid lens over a solid camera body. So I do recommend investing into a prime lens. Those are the lenses that do not have zooms. I do recommend the 50 millimeter. The one that I highly recommend is a 85 millimeter. I have the Sony 85 millimeter 1.8. And if you are looking to do more vlogging, this is a pretty wide lens right now. This is a 24 millimeter. I will go ahead and put the links in the description for all this equipment that I'm talking about. But if you do want a zoom lens that does it all, then go with the right here, which is the either Sigma. There's a variety of lenses. Like I can't even remember them all, but I do recommend this focal length if you do want a zoom lens, so it can be very zoomed in and very zoomed out. When I say very, I mean 16 is pretty wide, 24 is pretty wide, 85 is super zoomed in, but that separates more of the background. So it's really solid. Also, you will need an SD card. Make sure you get a good one. They're like 20, 25 bucks on Amazon. And that is the camera equipment. As far as the editing software, I do recommend DaVinci Resolve. It is free. It is also something you can upgrade to, which is they have a studio version. Don't want to talk about too much. I can geek out about this all day. But another one that a lot of people might have is Adobe Premiere Pro. There's a lot of editing tutorials on these. You can start with iMovie as well as the free DaVinci. As I mentioned, DaVinci can be upgraded though. CapCut, solid option, but I do not recommend it because if you do want to get more into the cinematic edits, more professional, then just get DaVinci Resolve for free. You're good there. And as far as the accessories, I do use a MacBook Pro myself. I'm actually shooting this on a Mac Mini, which I do recommend. Mac Minis are solid, especially the M2. And for a mic, I do recommend investing in a mic as well because audio is 50% of the video. If anything, it's probably 70%. Because if you don't have a good microphone that people can hear you, it's just going to be a waste of your time of what you're filming. So the main thing that I want to take away from this is analysis paralysis is real. It happened to me. And so when it comes to content creation, not having the right equipment can really be a major roadblock in your head. It's just in your head. Trust me. So a friend of mine, well, he's not my friend, but I consider him as a friend because I watch all his videos. He says, punch fear in the face and hit record. And that's what I'm doing. So even if you're shooting on your old iPhone, it's always best to get content out there, even on an old computer. Get a solid camera, get a solid mic, get a nice laptop, and let's start making some content. Welcome to Module 2 of Creator Essentials, and this is going to be about building your audience. I love this module because it's super important. I think, if anything, more important than the equipment module. And this is where we really identify our unique value. And that's point number 1. We want to make sure that we know the specific niche or area in our life that we have expertise or experience in. And once we know ourselves, now we can understand our target audience, the problems they're facing, what knowledge can you bring to them, find out the gap in between where you're at and where they're not, and try to fill in that gap for them, as well as sharing your personal experience and insights to really connect with them. Also, the point number 2 that I have on my screen here is finding your skill. We want to make sure that we identify our skills. You have a skill, whether you believe it or not. And if you're in this course, in this community, you know you have a skill. So let's just identify them, write them down, and let's create content showcasing those skills. So like that, we're documenting our skills and what we're improving. We're not all experts yet, but we want to make sure we document that and we can refine them. So let's find those skills and showcase them. If you don't know a niche, let's start off with the basic health, wealth, and relationships. Like that, we'll just start off, 1, because it has a wide appeal, it attracts a broad and diverse audience, and also evergreen content. We need to make sure that the content we're making is evergreen. What that means is that it's going to be relevant years ahead, as well as the monetization potential. We need to make sure when we're picking a specific niche or area of what we're going to be talking about, that it's monetized. You can make money out of it. That's what monetization means. But if you have a passion and there is no money, then go ahead. But at the end of the day, we need to make some money to really go full-time online. And then also picking a platform when it comes to posting on socials, the best practice is to post on all of them. But my recommendation, if you're just starting out, is post 2 to 3 weeks on one. Once you get rhythm and you're being consistent, then we start slapping on another platform and another. So once we're across all platforms, it just becomes easier. And there's so many ways of doing this. So when I say post a lot here, I really mean as much as you can. I encourage you to try posting a lot more than what you are right now. Create a content calendar. That's crucial. That's what keeps me on top of this. And focus on quality over quantity. Even though it says post a lot here, we want to make sure when we're bumping up our volume that our quality remains the same. So also utilize the scheduling tools that either Meta or a bunch of other websites provide. Don't do third parties though. Make sure you're using the actual website of the platform itself. I'll talk about that on a whole other course of why that can limit your reach. So the other point is be authentic. Share your real self with your audience. Maybe as you're watching this, I'm not trying to be super perfect. If I stutter, I just carry along with it. I don't re-record it. I want to show that, hey, I make mistakes too. I'm going to start responding. Well, I do respond to comments, but a lot more. Like that's something that I woke up on my head. I need to respond a lot more to more comments. And you need to do the same so we can show genuine interest in our audience and their feedback as well. They have really good feedback. Make sure you listen to them. But don't listen to the haters. Just kidding. That was kind of cringy. No, but not going to lie, I've noticed a ton of haters and now it's just second nature to me. Me already, not listening to their fluff. So it's something that's why I say don't listen to your haters is so, I say it's so nonchalant, but for you, it might be like cringy because you might think, oh, I don't have haters, but wait. There's going to be people who are going to send you DMs or comment dumb stuff, but forget about it. And really speak about your mistakes. As I just mentioned, you do want to be able to be genuine. A lot of people commend when you talk about mistakes or things you really don't know and share what you learned from it. People will be really excited to watch the content. Like, hey, this guy made a mistake. He overcame it. Let me see what he did because they most likely did the same mistake. And another great thing, I should have added the haters because that was a point where I had like a week when I first started making content where that was really getting to me. Then I prayed about it. I watched a sermon on a bunch of other stuff and really I never thought about it since. So I'll probably add this sometime later. And another thing is get inspiration. Make sure you study successful content creators in your niche, analyze their strategies, be on top of it. But always add your original twist to it and your own perspective. Do not just copy them. You are a unique individual and we want to make sure we stay that way. And also build an email list. So create valuable lead magnets, whether that be a free ebook, as I'm making right now, a free course, and encourage them to subscribe to your email newsletter. That's module 2. Let me know if you do have any questions, but I'll see you in module 3. Welcome to module 3. This is an exciting module because we go over monetizing. So this is where we learn that making money is not hard. As you can see, I have that in quotes. Making money as an online content creator is not difficult because there's so many ways of monetizing, and we want to make sure that we leverage our expertise into creating valuable content that provides and simplifies the problems for the audience, and then we can have a paywall, whatever that may look like, whether membership, course, etc. So with dedication and really quality content, you generate a ton of audience, and that becomes leverage, what then turns into income. And let's talk about what that looks like. So here are some ways to monetize. Here are 3 of the best ways. There's so many more that I can touch into, but one is affiliate marketing. So we want to make sure, one, what is affiliate marketing? Let me answer that. Is, for example, let's just say these lights behind me, you can't see them, but I bought them off Amazon. I make a video on them and I put the link from Amazon. So now every time when someone clicks on the link, thanks to my video, I get a piece of the pie, whether that be a couple dollars, a couple cents. It adds up over time. So that's affiliate marketing. So we need to research and join relevant programs to our niche. Also, we need to make sure that we track the performance and of the trustworthiness of the product. That's a big component. We need to make sure it's a good product that's selling high, as well as the potential of the actual good product. Last thing I want to do is order this new light that's freshly new, but yet I didn't try it out. I just want to make a quick buck. No, we want to make sure we're promoting products that match with our brand and that is really reputable. Also, the second way to monetize is making sponsored content. So like that, once we build a strong audience and a strong niche, identify some specific sponsors and reach out to them and tell them like, hey, this is how many views I can get you. Send me your product. And then once they send you the product or even whatever it may be, they can go ahead and just pay you for making a video about them. And that's when we can become really transparent with our audience. But also, when I say create transparent and engaging sponsored content, it just means that you're honest about it. Last thing you want to do is shoot a YouTube video, and that YouTube video is you fluffing and just lying about the product itself or the specific sponsor, whether that be a software, coaching, whatever. The third way is sell digital products and services. This is a most common one, if I were to say that. You really need to identify your expertise, and that's with module 2, and then develop a specific product or digital service, whatever it may look like, and then promote that. Don't be a weird guy or girl that promotes it in every single video. We want to make sure we're providing value first, but build that out, then you can go ahead and sell it through your content. Also, building your offer, that's the other component. So let's just say this step 3, sell digital product or offer or service. We need to build it. So like that, this is how we build an offer. So 1, we need to address the audience needs and what we have expertise on. Then create a unique and well-structured beneficial offer. We need to make sure that it's built out right. It has a great unique value proposition that your audience sees. And then we need to effectively communicate that to the audience and tell them, hey, this is what it is. We can't just make a menu and expect them to look at it. We need to communicate it. So also the pricing aspect. We need to research competitors, make sure we consider multiple pricing tiers to really have a wider appeal, or you can just slap a $500 price tag on a coaching program, which is cool too, but just a consideration there. And then we need to test and adjust our pricing strategies as needed. Let's just say no one's buying, then we need to adjust the price. We need to adjust the marketing. And then let's launch and promote it. That's the last aspect. This is where we can now plan a strategic product launch. We can make a newsletter, have a wait list. Let's leverage our existing audience that we have and promote it on our channels. Also, we can use online marketing to reach a broader audience. That means like online marketing can mean ads, can mean organic content, a variety of things to really launch that. And then also maybe offer a limited time incentives for early purchase. So like the wait list, you get a discount. And then call to actions. This is a CTA. These are essential because they direct your audience's attention to drive them to the action that benefits them. So make sure you provide value that benefits them and a call to action that also benefits them. And then let's make sure that the content we make is relevant to the product itself. That's the best tip I can give you. This is module 3. I'm going to be making a bonus one. I'll see you in that one. Welcome to the bonus module. This is where I'll be talking about mentality. This is great because this is super crucial for you being a successful content creator. So the best tip I can give you, these are actionable steps that I really would want all you to do. So number one is set financial and clear goals for your content creation journey. So like that, we can know a specific income we're working towards. Let's break it down into really achievable milestones and create a plan to, in a sense, diversify your income to be able to get to that target goal. So that's number one. Also, number two is have systems. So let's develop a content creation schedule, a workflow that really includes more planning, content creation, scripting, publishing, promotion, you name it. All these are systems that you need to build out for you to be consistent. You just don't want to wake up your day without any systems because now, what do I feel like doing? You need to have systems. For example, me, I set an hour a day as soon as I wake up for content creation, for copywriting, for goal planning, and then just start building time after time with that. And let's make sure we use tools that are to our advantage, whether that be Loom, like I'm shooting on Loom, Adobe. Let's just build that out to really be more effective and more consistent. Number three is let's focus on moving needle tasks. Let's identify 3 impactful tasks that directly contribute to your content creation growth or monetization. Let's dedicate focused time into each single task every single day. Let's prioritize that tasks and really give our full attention and effort to it. We just don't want to be waking up one day, as I just mentioned, just fluffing around like, hey, I need to do this today. Hey, I need to do that. That's why systems, and this one goes hand in hand. If you don't have systems, you won't be able to do your tasks and vice versa. So, and the fourth one, this is important. This is an important one to me, really moved the needle in my life and every aspect that you can think about. It's don't forget to wander. So let's really make a habit of curiosity and continuous learning. Let's dedicate each week to explore new trends, new techniques, new habits, new content formats, whatever it may be. Have fun with it. Don't just get honed in on your content. And I'm slowing down the tempo in this because I want to make you to understand like this is important. We need to not just hone in on one niche. Let's look around and see what we can do as far as improving our skills. Like for example, me, I thought I was the best, even though I'm a great trainer. Okay, I thought I was the best in the world at one point, but then I had to look around. I was like, let me look at other classes. Let me do boxing. Let me do CrossFit, and that opened my eyes. That helped me. That was me taking the time to wander and not just hone in on bodybuilding. It's like take your time, and we want to make sure that we're doing this to spark creativity and to be fresh and engaging with our life, being present. It's a big point. Make sure you take the time, really reflect on each single one of these points and take action. Let's write these down on a piece of paper. Let's touch base with them every week or so. Feel free to bring them into the community. Type them down. Tell me, what did you learn? What did you take out about these modules that I just discussed? I will be making way more in-depth training of these modules, of these points. Like I can talk about don't forget to wander for hours, as well as how to have systems, etc. And that's in the near future. So feel free to, once again, thank you for watching this. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have in the community. Other people would probably have the same questions, so let's do that. Hope you enjoyed the Creator Essentials course. If you do have any questions or want to work further with me, which I do coaching and a bunch of other stuff that I can help you with. But for now, in this community, I'm just going to be providing more value, more videos, more coaching calls, and then we'll go from there. Appreciate your time. Thank you for taking the time and really enjoying this and being on this journey with me. Let's be the best that we can be.